Good morning, it's Thursday morning, and our focus this morning is upon the future. You know, when our kids were little, they had a favorite movie. They watched it, probably 100 or more times. And it was not a Disney movie, although they watched those too. Their favorite movie was The Wizard of Oz. And the main character, of course, in that movie is Dorothy, who lives with her aunt and uncle and her little dog Toto. She runs away from home, and then there's a tornado, and she bumps her head and is transported to the land of Oz, where she starts down the road, the yellow brick road, to the great Oz, who alone is the one who can send her home. And so, without getting into the whole plot, it ends where the good witch Glinda tells her to tap her ruby red slippers together 3 times and to repeat the words, "There's no place like home." And that's what she does. She taps her slippers together, repeats, "There's no place like home, there's no place like home, there's no place like home," and suddenly she is home where she belongs, and she loves it, and she promises never to run away again. So that's the synopsis, but the point this morning is that there really is no place like home. We love to gather on Sundays together and worship for an hour or two and at other times, but we love to go home, to our homes. There's no place like home. And so one of our priorities that we're aiming at and praying toward this year is to start a home group, or more than one home group, where we have fellowship, we pray, we read the Bible, or maybe all three, because there's no place like home. You know, in the early church, originally when Jesus ascended, they first started to meet in the temple, but then they started to meet in houses. And so by Acts chapter 5, we read that every day they were in the temple and from house to house, never ceased preaching and teaching that the Christ was Jesus, in the temple and from house to house. And in chapter 8, after the great persecution arose in Jerusalem and everybody except the apostles fled, there was no temple. They had to meet from house to house. And so there is a history of the church. And in the New Testament, we learn that the church was never about places. It was about people. We are the church. And so there are reasons why we chose to make this a priority, to start a home group. And there are really 3 reasons for that, in case you wonder. The first is theological. Jesus in the Gospels said, "Wherever 2 or 3 are gathered, there I am in the midst." And so the church is people. It's not a place. As beautiful as our place is at 542 Haley Road, the church is people. And so wherever we meet, Jesus is in our midst. And so one reason is theological. A second reason is for fellowship. You know, we can connect in a way when we're in someone's home that we will never connect on a Sunday morning, as precious as that time is. When you're in a home, when you're in someone's kitchen, you're sharing their food, you're looking at the pictures on their wall or hearing stories about their house or their family, you get to know someone in a way that's just not possible on Sunday morning. So fellowship is the second reason. The third reason is that unbelievers feel more comfortable, or unchurched people feel more comfortable in a home than in a church building. And so it gives us an opportunity to invite those who are not Christians over into our homes to do the same things we do on Sunday. Study the Bible, pray, talk about the Lord. And so 3 good reasons to start a home group. You know, not everyone is comfortable or able to host a home group because of the size of their home, or because they're just not comfortable being in the role of a host or a hostess. And that's fine. But if you are, and if you're interested, see myself or speak to someone on the team. That's Emily and Tammy and Ron and Randy and myself. And we'll talk about it. And we're very anxious to start this kind of a group in a home. We love to meet together on Sundays in our beautiful building, 542 Haley Road. But we want the opportunity, for those three reasons, we want the opportunity to start a home group and extend our fellowship in that way. So that's our future focus this